I'm Sarah Davis, joined by Craig Button. And Craig, there's been chatter that Auston Matthews still isn't 100% healthy. Then he puts up a performance like last night, almost 22 minutes of ice time and the OT winner to boot. Craig, is Matthews officially back?
I would absolutely say yes. And it's not just the game against the New Jersey Devils on a Tuesday night in December. I go back to last week, the game against Nashville. He was brilliant. He could have had 6 goals in that game. The way, when he starts skating and he starts imposing himself on opponents in the manner that he does, he becomes almost unstoppable. He is the planet's best goal scorer. And we can look at where he's at right now with 9 goals in 19 games. But he could have more goals than that. The one thing we do know about Auston Matthews, and we know about it unequivocally, when he gets on a heater, these heaters are like none that we've seen before. So I'll keep this in mind. We're sitting here on December 11th of 2024. On December 11th, 2023, he was getting ready to play his 25th game of the season. And at the completion of that game, he had scored his 19th goal. 19 goals in 25 games. He's got 9 in 19 now. In his next 55 games, Sarah, he scored 50 goals. So, people might be saying, oh, wait, Auston Matthews, what was wrong with him? Would he do that? He came one short of scoring 70. He didn't score in his last 2 games. So when I watch him play, I'm looking at the methodology that he's using, the chances that he's getting, the way he's imposing himself. So when I watch that, it's just a matter of time before the net's going to start to get filled. Tears will start to form on goaltenders under their eyes, and the numbers are going to just keep going up because he's that good, he's that prolific, and I don't see any signs of anything holding him back.
Yeah, he's going to be terrifying for those netminders. Meanwhile, Coach Craig Berube hasn't been shy to mix up the lines this season. And if you were behind the bench, who do you think are the 2 best options on Matthews' wing?
That's interesting. Are you suggesting that maybe I should go behind the bench?
Perhaps.
Yeah, a different Craig. Listen, I would be lost. I would have no chance. So for Craig Berube, I think there's a couple of things you look at. So first of all, to answer the question, I think ideally Matthew Knies, and because of what he brings, that size, that power, that ability to carve out space, play in and around the net, make plays with good players, I really like him on the left side of Auston Matthews. I think ideally, because they've played together for a number of years and they've been outstanding, Mitch Marner on his right side. But I really like the fact that William Nylander slid in there and played so well in that role. And Mitch Marner went and played with John Tavares. The playoffs, and let's keep this in mind, the playoffs for the Toronto Maple Leafs are where their proving grounds are going to come. And they've talked about trying to find different ways to score. Well, finding different ways to score is not just about individuals. It's for the coaches to look and find different ways for the team to score with different players, depending on what the matchups are and depending on what you're confronted with. So ideally, Mitch Marner, but to have William Nylander as an option and showing that he can fit in there nicely with Auston Matthews, and as well Marner sliding down, maybe not sliding down, but sliding in with other players, I think that benefits the Toronto Maple Leafs overall. So for Craig Berube, more options are better than limited options.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And Matthews' OT goal last night was the 13th of his career. He's now only 1 back of Matt Sundin for the most in Maple Leafs franchise history.